What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wax Packs and Warning Tracks, Mojobreak's baseball card podcast. Cody and Bubba with you. Make sure to search Mojobreak wherever you get podcasts if you're watching this. And if you are watching this, you might notice it's a little bit different in here. You might recognize this actually from some of our social media. And when Ebba Roberts, Cody John were here, this is where they were ripping. We call it the VIP room. It's going to be part of the new Mojobreak shop experience. We really can't wait for you guys to see it. And what I personally can't wait for everyone to see is the podcast studio, which will be ready next week. Woo! Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Yep. February 6th. Come join us here at Mojo.
Yeah.
2060 Duane Avenue. Can't miss it.
It's going to be, I seriously can't wait. It's going to be the biggest party we probably have ever thrown here. Frank Gore's going to be here. I think I can announce this by the time this podcast is out. AJ Dillon is going to be here.
Wow. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Pokemon savant now.
He's
AJ.
become a huge card guy lately. So we had to get him, and like we're super pumped because he's like, I just want to rip a bunch of stuff.
Awesome.
I want to make a bunch of videos with you guys, and let's just get into it. So that's going to be super fun.
Incredible.
I can't wait. So
awesome. Yeah.
if you want to meet either of those guys, come to the party. It's going to be Friday, February 6th. And again, new podcast studio next week. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Mojobreak Media. If you're just listening to this, sorry if I feel like I left out the audio listeners who represent probably most of the audience. So if you're listening to this, go over to Mojobreak Media. You'll see what I mean with what's going on over here. Series 1, 2 weeks away.
Woo. 2026. They brought back some old favorites, and there's some newness, and kind of like the 75th anniversary celebration. So we're getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll get into some of our highs and lows throughout the years, and quite the rookie class.
It's a really good rookie class. We're going to get into that, which I think it's a really solid overall rookie class out the gate. I mentioned this. I think I did a breakdown last week over on Sports Cards Nonsense. You want to check that out. Like this rookie class overall initially. And of course, we'll get into, it's the 75th anniversary, like you said. We're going to get into some of our favorite designs through the years, because really, at the end of the day, that's why we start collecting. We're like, I like what this card looks like.
Yeah, and many of us started with flagship Topps baseball. Yep. So this is just a full circle moment, not only every year, but certainly with an anniversary vibe and feel this year.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot more, it feels a lot more prevalent. You're right. Every year there is the like, oh man, it gets the nostalgia, the memories start flowing in, but like, especially this year with 75th anniversary, with the inclusion of the 52, I think it's the 52 design that they're putting in this year, where there's exclusive rookie autos, only low numbered rookie autos.
Yeah, it's 52.
Yeah. It's the 52 design of this rookie class. Plus you've got, I think there is a few of the 90s. I think either the 90 design or the 90, I think it's the 91 design is going to be showcased this year. So you've got a lot of throwback already in there.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely want to get into that. But let's talk about the rookie class, which is a very good one. It's headlined by Roman Anthony. The PR machine for Topps is in full swing because did you see this post? It was Roman Anthony's swing in his rookie card looks eerily similar to Mike Trout.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they are like, we're all in. The hype machine running at 1 million 2 weeks before, 3 weeks, I think. I saw it last week before the release.
Yeah, that's great. This class, and we'll go kind of like a little name by name here, and hear me out. I think it's reminiscent of like 2021 Topps. So coming into it, 2021 Topps was super deep. It was just like,
I don't like that. I had to take a step there when,
there were like 10 guys, 15 guys that were like, who's your number one? People were picking, up and down the list. It's ended up being a tough year for 2021, just given how people have panned out and lack thereof.
Yeah.
But I remember all of the hype, especially coming out of a busy hobby year of 2020. It was like 2021 Topps Series 1 comes out. It's like a lot of people, it was their first time buying baseball wax for the first time after that big card boom. 2021 Series 1, there were a lot of rookies. That was like Bohm, Kelenic.
Chisholm was there.
Yeah. You go
Joey
down,
Bart.
Joey
Adell.
Yeah, and I think Tariq Skubal as well.
Yeah,
too,
that one worked out.
Has been aging that product a little well. But the class was like so deep. I remember there was like, I was looking at websites and YouTube videos of like all these talks. These talks were like hour-long videos talking about like just the 21 Series 1 rookie class. So I look at this list and I see pitcher, hitter. It's a whole slew of guys. I got a little cheat sheet pulled up right here. And some of these guys were like big Bowman favorites too coming up, like the Jack Caggs of the world. And then some guys totally missed the Bowman train because they weren't hyped up. And now we're going back to find their stuff, i.e. Mizorowski. So there's like a little bit of everything. It's a super deep class. One thing that's, I think, most notable for me, that's the difference between that 21 class, is that we have a lot of like we are a lot of guys in here that have already proven that they can play at the pro level too.
Right. I think that's
less question marks.
Exactly. I think there are a good amount of rookies where like, I think the floor is kind of established where like, one, I will say, I make fun of the Mike Trout thing, but like Roman Anthony is legitimately, I think, one of the more exciting rookie chases right out of the gate, or right from Series 1 that we've had in a while. Yep. I know maybe you can go back and be like, you said this about Ellie De La Cruz, you said this about blah blah blah. You might be right, but this does feel very different because he's so young, because he was the consensus number 1 prospect, because he's on the Boston Red Sox, and because he did it at the major league level. He played half a season and had a 3 WAR already. He was on pace for a 6-7 WAR season in rookie year number 1. And they extend him to like everything here has the makings of there's a reason he's the anchor of the product. There's a reason they are touting him like they are, because he's already shown it at the major league level that this guy's got it. And if he can put it all together this year, make some improvements to the power, this is a guy who's going to be a perennial all-star, perennial top 10 player potentially in baseball and down the road.
Yeah, he's sick. And you brought up like the fact that he was a former number 1 overall prospect. I think that really helps. I'm trying to think of like, you brought up maybe some international guys there too. The pedigree that these players have coming into these products and just to their teams in general, hobby aside, is, I don't want to say unmatched, because I mean, we've seen some incredible rookie classes, and then bringing it back to the hobby, we've seen some incredible checklists over the years. But I mean, this is pretty studly. I mean, you got Bubba Chandler in there. Have to mention,
of course,
Bubba Chandler.
Bubba mentioned on the podcast. Yeah, have to.
A guy that we've been talking about for a couple of years now that finally kind of came to fruition, Colson Montgomery. I mean, forever.
That's my guy.
Forever. I was like, where is this guy? What happened to him? I hope he's all right. He's totally fine. He was hitting jacks last year.
Yeah. He was on I think 162 game pace of 42 home runs, 45 home runs.
Love it. Yeah. And that team is pretty exciting coming into
this year. They're very exciting. I'm very excited about what the White Sox can bring this year.
Yeah. So top to bottom, the depth there, more proven. Was Mizorowski an all-star last year?
Mizorowski, you did not. That was not a hallucination.
Right?
Jacob Mizorowski, very controversially, if you remember, Christopher Sanchez didn't make the all-star team, finishes second in Cy Young voting because we had to see Mizorowski.
Yeah, who was more controversial, Mizorowski getting in or Kershaw getting in?
At least the Kershaw one.
The legend vote or whatever.
Especially now that Kershaw has retired. That is like, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's, everybody accepts that. They're like, that's whatever. But yeah, like there was a spot for Christopher Sanchez, a guy who's been in the league for a long time.
Top 5 pitcher in baseball.
Yes, absolutely. Was one of the best in all of baseball last year. And Mizorowski took the spot. I still defended it at the time because I was like, who's everybody talking about? Like, I get it. Christopher Sanchez earned that spot, but the All-Star game is entertainment, especially now that it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, it's entertainment. Everybody was at that top step. Everybody wanted to see, what's this kid got? What's the big deal? Like, that's the point.
And Bravo, they're not playing for anything. So it's, yeah.
And he was hitting triple digits. He was trying to show off a little bit. So, yeah, Mizorowski's going to be a big chase for sure. I mean, Orioles are in here as a big chase. Sam Basayo. You've got Owen Casey of the Cubs, who's now a Marlin.
Christian Moore.
Yep,
Angels.
Christian Moore for the Angels. There are a lot of names that we've been chasing in Bowman the last few years that have made a quick rise to the major leagues here.
Nolan McLean.
It's a really good pitcher
That's
class.
a fun one.
It's a really, really good pitcher class. I mean, just the Mets alone with McLean and Tong is really fun. McLean, especially, like, I think everybody's already making the DeGrom comparisons. Obviously, because he is a little bit, I mean, a late bloomer. I put that in air quotes. Like, he's, I think, what, 24, 25?
I take offense to that, by the way.
Yeah, the late bloomer at 24, 25. Yeah, exactly. Only in sports. They're like, he's on death's door. He's 27. Let's calm down. But it's true. Like, DeGrom got, like, if you're trying to be, like, thinking, okay, is this guy, let's just say, like, okay, I want to buy this guy's cards because I want him to be a Hall of Famer one day. Right. If you're starting at 24, 25, you have potentially lost 2 or 3 years that quote unquote Hall of Famers have. That's why Roman Anthony is so enticing. You're like, wow, he's there. It's happening. Yes. He's at the exact age where if it's going to happen, it's got to start here.
This is what that looks like.
Right. Right. Whereas McLean, and that's why I think the people are like, I'm still so high on him because he's so good. Look at Jacob deGrom's career. At the end of Jacob deGrom's career, is he a Hall of Famer? There's going to be a debate, but I think, especially if he has another healthy year or two, I don't really think there is much of a debate. I think you have to say, look at what he did when he was playing. And right. I think the same thing. I think McLean is going to have sort of the same argument. And again, if things really, really work out. But that's the idea, is that McLean could have that like 10-year burst of just total dominance where he's unquestioned. He could potentially become one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Look, I feel bad for that fan base, to be honest. I hope that they get some sparks that aren't the guys that they're paying $100 million.
Yeah. I was going to say, don't feel too bad for them. They just got Bo Bichette.
They had a sneaky offseason, which is, I would think, impossible an impossible adjective to use with the Mets, to have a sneaky offseason, but they kind of did.
They had a full on. It's weird that a team that 2 years ago was in the NLCS, a year ago, as bad as it was in the second half, only missed the playoffs by a game. Like, kind of had a mini rebuild, like retooling, I guess is the word you want to use. But like, if you look at that starting lineup, Alonso's gone. Now it's maybe Polanco or Vientos. Semion's at second. You've got obviously Bichette now at third. You've got Brandon Nimmo out of the picture now. I'm like losing track of like guys that they've gotten. I know there's like an outfielder I'm totally blanking on right now, a big outfielder they got, and I'm completely blanking.
That they added?
They did add somebody, recently in the outfield, and I'm just totally blanking on it. And Freddie Peralta, obviously, to the top of the rotation. That was the thing they desperately
needed pitching.
As good as that young pitching is, they need a rock at the top of the rotation to take the pressure off McLean, to take the pressure off all these young guys.
Yeah.
So
there's more work to be done there too in that.
Devin Williams is now the closer, not Edwin Diaz. It's a lot of changes.
Yeah. They made that Semien move early, which I think a lot of people forgot about. So then when the Polanco moves and the Bichette moves were set in stone, and then MLB Network was flashing up the projected lineup, you're like, oh dang, that's actually formidable. That's okay.
Yeah. This team's gonna be good. They're gonna be a good team.
They should win that division.
I still like the Phillies. I know the Phillies didn't really do anything this offseason. I saw a lot of Philly fans being mad when they saw the Harrison Bader contract and went, we couldn't do that. Really?
Yeah.
We went Adolis Garcia instead. Yeah. I still like that team. I also think the Braves are going to come back. I think we're really sleeping on the Braves.
Yeah. I mean,
a full year of Strider.
It's warranted sleepiness on the Braves, but yeah, full year Strider.
Acuna potentially back, healthy, ready to go. They just needed those guys healthy.
The Schwellenbach,
yep,
is a stud.
A lot of that pitching staff got beat up.
They have another young guy too that I'm just forgetting about.
Sale missed a good chunk of last year too. Like he's still a dude. I still believe in him. Yeah, I'm not going to doubt him.
Did you see the MLB Network rankings?
Little high.
Yeah,
little high.
I don't know that I would have had him in top 10, which may have been just grossly unfair to Chris Sale, but
I think by virtue of his age and missing so much of last season, I don't care that he won the Cy Young the year before. He's just outside the top 10. You still give him the respect as like he's the top 15.
Yeah, where was Logan Webb on that list?
He wasn't on the top 10.
My point.
Thank you. I didn't have to say it.
You're welcome, Giants.
I didn't. I was gonna say, I'm like, where's Logan Webb?
I think Logan Webb's
the leader in innings pitched over the last 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
I'm not going to be crazy and say I'm taking Webb over Sanchez.
No,
but
it's fine. He's a top 10.
But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Chris Sale. Yeah. Anyway, that was a weird list. Also, Tarek Skubal's number 1, Skeens 2, but in the overall top 100, Skeens is above Skubal. I don't know. Make it make sense. I don't get it.
He's got a great mustache, bro.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that, but it's just a weird little list. But last thought of this rookie class before we dive into some of our favorite tops designs. Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. How do you feel about this rookie class for Series 1?
It's going to be a 3.5, only because my favorite parts about it are the pitching parts about it, and just knowing the hobby. There's a limit. There's a ceiling for pitchers. So from a hobby perspective, I'm going 3.5. But I think the floor is like 3. I think this is a super strong class.
Yeah.
And they're strong in so many different ways. You mentioned Sam Basayo. Chase Burns is now a rookie here in Series 1.
Yep.
You have international talent. You have top draftees, and then you have some hidden gems. And Mizorowski is what I'm calling a hidden gem. Just he wasn't a first Bowman chase. People weren't,
right,
going crazy, buying the Brewers' first team off the board in every break.
I don't think he's going to be treated, especially in breaks. I don't think the Brewers are going to be treated as a hidden gem, though.
No. But in terms of like what this class is kind of like built up of, and like their pathway to being here on the checklist and being featured.
That's true.
Series 1's a big release.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a sign of respect if you have your first rookie card in Series 1.
That's true.
It's a huge release, kicks off spring training. So it's a pessimistic, tempered 3.5.
Okay.
But like the optimism comes in. There should be a good floor. Like I don't think we're talking about 2026 Series 1 and 2030 the way we're talking about 2021 Series 1 and 2026.
No. I think you're right. Yeah, that I'm still recovering from the 21 class. I got real spooked.
It shouldn't have been that way, man. Ryan Mountcastle, another one.
Yeah, you're right. God, that's another one.
Should not have been that way.
Don't mention that to Dan. He still believes Ryan Mountcastle's the best player, the best hitter in baseball.
I draft him every year in fantasy.
I'm going to go 4. I feel pretty good about this class.
Yeah.
By the way, Luis Robert was the outfielder I forgot about. The Mets got Luis Robert. I totally forgot about
Mets are good.
Mets are going to be good. Mets are going to be fine.
They're going to allow 8 runs a game, but they might score 9.
They're going to be fine. They're going to be totally fine. Yeah, for all the reasons you stated, I just think there's so much balance in this class. Also, the hobby has changed so much the last few years where you can have a pitcher be one of the faces of a product and you're not worried about it. You're like, the only good players are pitchers. That doesn't matter as much anymore. People collect pitching. We've seen it with Skeens. We've seen it with Yamamoto. We've seen it with Mizorowski. Like it's happened. Now it's not just isolated anymore. It's a trend. Like it's people like collecting pitchers now. And there is no shortage of really good pitching in this product with Burns, with McLean, with Chandler, Chandler. I feel like we're like, he could be the best pitcher in this class. And
he should be.
Prospect
wise, right. I think he should.
I think McLean is getting all of it because he looks like the most polished product right now. But like Chandler,
and McLean will probably be pitching in maybe a handful more important games,
of course,
in his career.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just from the hitter perspective too, it's just a really solid group of guys led by a potential generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said it on the hype this week. We talked about the Nick Kurtz debut patch selling for over $500,000. Second biggest debut patch sale behind Skeens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if some people are surprised by that or some people are like, yeah, that's how it should be. I was a little surprised by it because I always thought, I just think no one is reaching that $1 million mark. That schemes that. Nobody. Basketball, football are exempt from this. That will probably happen. I did not think any baseball player would get close. After seeing that Nick Kurt sale, there's a chance Roman Anthony gets close.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets $1 million for that debut patch, but I think if he repeats the success of last year and then puts that all together where you look at the end of the year and you go, great defense, top of the lineup guy, the middle of the order bat who's hitting 25, 30 homers, and he's 21, people are going to buy. And the Red Sox make the playoffs. That's to be seen. I know they added some pitching, but
he needs to hit homers.
The power needs to develop.
He needs to hit homers, yeah. Because, like, I don't know. Christian Yelich had some great years where he was hitting over 300, was hitting 40 out.
And MVP.
Yeah. Could he put together a handful of Christian Yelich years? Maybe like 6 Christian Yelich years.
6 Christian Yelich years in a Red Sox uniform.
That's $1 million card right there.
I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm looking now at Baseball Reference's projections. Because
is that I'm
not loving their projection, by
maybe that's an unfair comp. I don't know.
I mean, because he isn't. Yeah, because the power hasn't quite developed yet. I know. I think last year he was on an 18 homer pace last year.
What's a comp to this guy? Is like a prime Brandon Nimmo a comp where he's putting out 15 to
beyond
20
that? I think beyond that for sure. I mean, Yelich actually not mad at that comp. I think that's actually pretty solid because his power developed over time where he became a guy who regularly was going to get you 25 at his best 30 home runs in a season when he was really locked in playing MVP baseball. I'm not mad at that comp. Yeah. I think that and Red Sox fans should not be mad at that comp at all. That's very, very exciting.
Both left-handed hitters, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Roman Anthony's left-handed. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm giving it a 4. And I agree. I think it's a floor of about 3, which should be very, very exciting. Again, we didn't even talk Sam Pasayo, who I think is like going to probably get every day at bats for the Orioles somehow. They have to. They just signed him to an extension. You have to figure out a way to put a place to put him.
Yeah, everyone was like, well, first base is open. It's not anymore.
No, it's not. DH is open, but do you want to develop him at DH? I clearly there's teams who feel like I don't have to point very far around here. The Giants potentially doing that with Bryce Eldridge. I don't love the idea of developing young 20-ish hitters as all full-time DHs right out the gate.
Right.
But it seems to be happening more and more often now.
Man,
that might happen with Basayo.
It's a crowded house. What are they going to do?
Yeah. I don't know.
Adley seems to be the odd man out in a weird way.
He does, but his value's too low right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not writing off Adley yet.
I'm not either. But
I don't want to write off Adley. I just think he's too good of a clubhouse guy. And we've seen what he can do too. Like it's not like this is maybe this is the year. It's like, no, we've seen the Adley Rutschman All-Star year. It has happened. It can happen.
Man, that switch hitting home run derby.
That was so fun.
That was so good.
What a moment. That was such a good moment. All right. Before we wrap things up, like you said, 75th anniversary of Top Series 1 this year, 2026. Of course, ripping it, Mojobreak.com on release day, February 11th. I believe pre-orders already available too, Mojobreakshop.com. If you guys want to snag a box already, secure your boxes. I feel like more than any other product, we do it for a lot of the year in, year out sort of standard like prisms and all that you were like, what does the design look like? But I really do feel like the aesthetics of Top Series 1 is so important because it's also going to define the look now, especially of every single sport. It's going to be the basketball look, but we think, unless you're going to change things up now, but it's going to be the look for football that's going to be coming later this year. It's going to be basketballs, like I mentioned. It's going to be all of these sports, maybe a few exceptions. So with that all said, let's just go down memory lane. Some of our favorite Series 1's designs of all time. First of all, 26 design, yay, nay? How are we feeling about it? It's going very jersey heavy.
Right.
Sort of a fabric design.
Yeah.
I do kind of like it. I like how the parallels look. I think they look really cool. The way those are going to pop look awesome. I was saying, and maybe this is just like once I see it on a football card, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that looks like a football card. But I'm like, or basketball. Like it feels like, okay, I'm looking at a baseball jersey. Will it feel the same way when I'm looking at it with a basketball player? Or are they going to mix it up? Because you do have the sort of the mesh look of a basketball jersey that you don't have for a baseball jersey.
Right. Yeah. So on the baseball ones, you can get like the multicolor kind of striping, maybe on.
Yeah.
I don't know, like piping.
Yeah, the little piping
or something,
the side piping and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, how will that translate to the other sports?
Yeah. Football, it might be an easier transition, but yeah, basketball, I feel like it's got to look a little bit different.
Yeah, you don't want to just be like just a piece of mesh.
Yeah, it needs to be. Yeah, you need to see the basket, like it actually look like a basketball jersey. But you know what? That's
yeah.
I figure that out.
I think for baseball, I like it.
I do too.
I think it's cool. I'm never super critical on like flagship designs and stuff like that because it's just there's going to be a new one next year. But I do like it, and I think it does really well for some teams over others. Instead of like, I think the Yankees just do really well with the pinstripe, and then they have the striping going down the card.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. Can I tell you my favorite Topps design ever?
Please.
Well, maybe ever.
I want to hear it.
2018.
2018.
Yeah, I don't know if we have graphics on this book.
Yeah, we'll throw them up. We'll throw them up to show people. 2018. That would be
it'd be Acuna
rookie
Soto.
Getting a picture of it up now.
Specifically, the Independence Day parallel.
Okay.
From 2018.
Yeah, of course, Ohtani. We kind of neglected to mention that is Ohtani rookie year.
We've talked about him enough.
Yeah, exactly. He gets enough love. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean. Sort of almost the swoosh with the wave with the logo there. Okay.
I'm going to show you.
And this obviously is going to be a design that people will see forever and ever. Oh yeah, the Independence Day design is.
We'll pop it up.
Really nice. Yeah, you'll get a closer look right here.
I just love that.
That's a really nice design.
2018. That'll be and that's like my Gen Z,
I think that's an
all-time favorite.
And that's, I got to say too, an interesting call because no border on that card.
I love full bleed.
Okay. I'm more of a border guy. I like the board. I like to have a little, because I think when I see the full photo, Stadium Club, I'm like, that's reserved for Stadium Club.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not, but at the same time, I think when it comes to a full photo version, this is a very good one. It's pretty simple. It's very clean.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I prefer full bleed, but nothing wrong with the border.
Yeah. I like, give me a border. Give me a little, where I know also where you can see the corners a little bit,
Yeah. 2011 Topps, which is the Trout rookie.
Yes.
I think that's a beautiful year too.
A little swoosh at the bottom. Yeah. A little sort of curved border.
And then when they did the canary, like mini diamond kind of design, I think that did really well.
Yeah. I will say there's a couple. Okay. Looking back at the years, I got to say, what were we doing in the mid 90s? Early to mid 90s. I'm talking specifically like 95.
Is this still junk wax era?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'll show you right there. I'm showing you. I hate that design.
Yeah, that looks like a children's book or something like that.
It doesn't even. If you told me that's not an officially licensed card, I don't like the weird. It's very 90s though. Like
the vibe, the font,
like not quite a graffiti, but like very scratched in and sort of like I don't know how to even describe it.
Like. Yeah, I'm seeing the baggy jeans, the bright jackets.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the font of choice right there.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm sorry if there are people who are nostalgic about it. I think that era is not the greatest designs. I'm not really into the 97 design either. So, but I'll just go with the one that I'm like, I have a few, but I'll start with 2002. It's the first set I ever collected. But I do look back at it and I'm like, I love the gold border on it. I really like the gold.
Yeah.
And the ribbon sort of effect there too on the top and bottom. I just think it's a clean looking card. And also the gold border, it felt like there was every card was like important too.
Yeah.
Like it really as a kid, it felt that way. Yeah. And again, you're going to love the ones that you're going to connect with the ones you collect the first time out. But I do think like that design has actually aged pretty well. And I think I collected a lot of like 03, 04, and the designs get a little like kind of rinse and repeat after that for a few years. So I like that it felt like this felt like a sort of bridge design of like, we're kind of going from the past into the future where it's not quite like super boring, but it like still looks pretty sleek and nice too.
Yeah, like showed off like new car technologies.
Yes.
With some of those foils and that gold color. And I think a lot of people agreed with you. I think it was a handful of years ago. Archives brought that design back.
And it was so happy. It made me feel very old, but also
like every like 12th card was that design, but it's like sweet. It was like the best base card out of that the set that year.
They looked great. They looked really, really good. Any other ones that pop in your head of ones you like?
So kind of like under the same like umbrella as like just childhood nostalgic first cards I remember ripping. 2009. And I wasn't born in 2009, but those were like my pops coached my like little league teams all growing up, and at the first practice of every year to get everyone to kind of like know each other and like get friends on the team, he'd bring a box of cards, a hobby box, give everyone a pack. You'd open your pack, and then the rule was you had to make a trade with someone you didn't know on the team. So it was just like,
nice,
force you in front of each other, you know.
Very nice.
And I remember doing it that year, and I hit an Ichiro All-Star Game relic. 2009. I was just like, this is sweet. And so forever, it's just imprinted in my memory and all 2009 baseball tops.
There you go. 2009. Yeah, it's a solid design too. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a solid pick. I'm going to go old school. Because this is a card I had. If I had the cards I had the most growing up, early, mid to late 2000s, and early to mid 70s cards, because those are all my dad's cards. And so I like a lot of those designs. I like the 74 design, but I gotta say, and it's maybe this is controversial because I think there's some people who are like, that is so over the top and tacky. I love the 72 design.
It's great.
Much. It's such a great look. Because it is so unquestionably 70s tacky. Like that is the card of carpet and weird wallpaper in a house that smells like mom and dad have been smoking the Marlboro Reds for the last 12 hours. That is what that card is to me. And that's why I love it. Love this card. It's also too like it's got a marquee look.
Yeah. So
it's very showy. It's kind of got a Hollywood look to it. Also, I think of like the beginning. This is going way off. Like the beginning of the Muppet Show when all the Muppets are out there and like you see them sort of like in the little border, like, you know,
they kind of pop in.
Yeah, they all pop in their little spot. That's also what it reminds me of. And yeah, I love the big like fun marquee font. I always love it when they bring this design back. I think it looks great. You know what kind of reminds me of this design a little bit, like it's a modern take on it, was the 25 Bowman design of sort of the border. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
It's a sort of modern take on that design, which is why, and I realized I was like, man, I really like this design. It's super unique. Nothing
wow. Okay.
looks like it. And now I realize why. When I saw 72 design again, I'm like, that's why I like it. Because it kind of gives me modern 1972 Topps vibes.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm into that one. I think I have a Willie McCovey in that card lying around. So
that, like, I feel like that 72 you said,
yeah,
like I feel like that is a popular set in terms of like a lot of huge, like big Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Some of their best cards are the 72 Topps card.
I think the final Clemente card is 72. If not, it's one of the last Clemente.
That Hank Aaron there is iconic.
That's an iconic Hank Aaron that we'll show it up to you right here. I mean, I love
everyone's seen that. Yeah, it's great.
Love that card. And I'll throw a new one too. I still really like the 2024 design, which might be controversial. I don't know. The neon, the Ellie rookie gear sort of black neon design. I think it especially pops so much on Chrome. Even when we saw the initial designs of it, I'm like, that's going to look so good as a Chrome card. And it did.
In 50 years, they're going to be like, oh, like, look how cute. Like, they hit their little tech boom and they put neon in their cards.
Yes.
You know?
Very much like reflective of the time where it was. Yeah. And that's what's so fun, too, going down the list of these cards. You really get a sense of like what the look and feel like, you know, of the times were.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I said, 72 is like, that's the 70s. I even threw out, I like the 56, 55 and 56. I like those designs too.
The heyday for card designs.
Yeah,
Topps, Bowman, you name it.
I kind of coupled those two together because they're very much the same sort of design with the big, the close up of the player with another sort of action shot or another shot where I think 56 sort of perfects it with the action shot. Obviously, there's the iconic sort of Roberto Clemente card there too. And also, I would need to see. I don't know if these are like just full on photographs. Like, it feels like they're like drawn, or there's something done to it where they are like, there's an extra bit of care done to the cards where like an artist has sort of made their mark on it too. That I think is really cool.
Yeah. So. Yeah. 55, 56, 58 went vertical, I think.
Yes.
That
is
love
the
58.
Downside is it is horizontal. If you're like, I'm not a horizontal guy, like, I'll make an exception.
I mean, shoot, the cards were oversized then. It's like, you gotta pick your battles.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking for a nice Jackie, low, maybe like a 2 or 2.5.
Yeah.
But to add to my collection, that's the next big piece I want to add.
Oh, so nice. And those, that
era
of designs. I know the Jackie 55 is a big one. Beautiful card.
Yes.
So let us know.
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite? I want to hear. Any other ones you want to shout out before we head out of here?
2023. I liked the player face on the card. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
Oh, in the corner, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very similar to the Don Mattingly, the 84 design.
Mm-hmm.
Very, again, sort of a modern take. If you do follow the trends, you do notice like every 20 to 30 years, they do a redo of that, whatever the design was from like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is kind of like, so, they're tinkering with the formula every about 20 years or so. So you get something a little different, but feels like something you ripped as a kid too.
Yeah. We're going to be breaking it all release weekend, and they're on after Mojobreak.com, Fanatics Live, whatnot, everywhere.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a box for myself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Got to. It's nothing says it's baseball season like ripping that first pack.
One to rip. I'm going to keep one sealed too. Anything with like a little date on it, a 75th or anything like that, I'm going to.
That's true. That's true. We haven't gotten a full, there's been some stuff. I mean, the checklist is out there, but I need to take a much deeper dive because I'm sure there's lots of 1975 or 75th anniversary goodies and stuff thrown in there.
Tony Hawk has autographs.
That's right. How could we have buried
now? You have to buy the Padres to get that autograph.
Is that so? He's on the Padres checklist?
It's a first pitch autograph.
Sheesh. Yeah. I think I saw 2. There's a few other ones where I was like Jesse Eisenberg, actor Jesse Eisenberg, as a Reds hit. So there you go. If you guys want to get in on those ones, gotta get. The Padres don't really have a big rookie, I don't think, this year. So is Tony Hawk the number 1 chase for Padres in 26 Series 1 baseball? Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyone who played Tony Hawk
one chasing the product.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Underground.
Anyone who played those games, yeah, we're all in. There's like a 10, 15-year window where it was like, if you were there, you know what we're talking about. Well, that's going to wrap it up for Wax Packs and Warning Tracks. We're taking a little break here as we got more podcasts next week with Super Bowl week. We got some fun stuff planned. Might have some brand new podcasts also making their debut here in the month of February in the brand new studio. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a big month here in February.
Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
God, I don't know. A asteroid falling into the middle of the field. That's what I got. I mean, Patriots probably. I guess I'm rooting for the Patriots. I don't know. I can't root for the Seahawks. So
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm a Brady fan.
Yeah. The Drake May thing's cool. It's cool that he's doing this in year 2. I like Vrabel.
Drake May. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
I think we just described how the country feels of this collective shrug. I would imagine more people.
Is Cam Chancellor still on the Seahawks? I'll watch it if Cam Chancellor's still on the Seahawks.
I don't think Cam Chancellor's.
Bummer. All right. No. We'll get you next year, though.
Unfortunately not. But yeah, Super Bowl next week. Enjoy it. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure to follow us here on Mojobreak Media. If you're watching it, make sure to search Mojobreak wherever you get podcasts. And for Bubba, I'm Cody. We'll see you guys next time on Wax Packs and Warning Tracks.
See ya.